Many beginner real estate wholesalers find themselves stuck in a grueling cycle. They spend their days manually scraping prospects and fighting over the same exhausted lists, often watching deals collapse over a few $100s. Professionals operate differently. Instead of relying on the luck of the hustle, they build predictable pipelines designed for scale. A recent deal in Tulsa, Oklahoma, provides a clear case study of how these systems function in the real world. This single transaction resulted in a $27,600 profit and a 5-star review from a seller who felt genuinely supported throughout the process. This outcome was the direct result of a 4-stage operational system: lead management, acquisitions, operations, and finally, dispositions. Moving from occasional scattered deals to a high-growth business requires a shift in mindset, moving away from the lone wolf approach to engineering an enterprise machine. The process begins with lead management. While amateurs often burn out on manual cold calling, professional teams invest in systems that generate high-quality, inbound, motivated seller leads, often utilizing platforms like GetSellers.io. Systematic follow-up drives success. As this timeline shows, most beginners stop after 2 calls, but professionals utilize 15 or more touchpoints to secure an appointment. During these touchpoints, they use tactical empathy, turning the seller's son, the gatekeeper, into an ally. This persistent communication allowed the team to gather vital intelligence. The property was inherited, the seller had 0 competing offers, and a timeline driven by health. Professional lead management is about using persistence to build a foundation of trust, creating the ideal conditions for the acquisition team to step in. In the acquisitions phase, the focus shifts from the house to the human. Professionals show up to solve the emotional and financial burdens that make a property a problem in the first place. For the Tulsa deal, the team prioritized a face-to-face meeting. This in-person presence established immediate credibility and professional trust, effectively neutralizing out-of-state virtual wholesalers who could only offer a voice on a phone. The team offered the seller high-value, frictionless terms: leave unwanted belongings behind, a flexible move-out timeline, and a guarantee covering closing costs. The seller signed for $50,400. While this wasn't the highest numerical price she could have sought, the scale shows why she chose it. The certainty of a simple, guaranteed exit outweighed the stress of a higher-priced, more complex alternative. In distressed real estate, the currency of absolute certainty will consistently outbid the promise of a higher price. Once the contract is signed, the deal enters operations. Instead of disappearing until closing, professional teams use a transaction coordinator to maintain daily communication and reduce seller anxiety. In this deal, the team provided an early release of $10,000 before the official closing date. This allowed the seller to pay immediate medical bills and secure her moving expenses. This move was strategically sound. Providing moving capital upfront ensures the property is vacant and ready for the buyer at closing, avoiding the complications of a post-occupancy holdover. Effective operations involve active relationship management. By addressing the seller's immediate financial obstacles, the team protects the transaction from falling apart. The final stage is dispositions. While many investors scramble to find any single buyer, a professional operation engineers an environment of high competition. The team held a strictly timed single-window open house. As this map indicates, forcing 8 cash buyers into the property simultaneously created an immediate sense of urgency and scarcity. This engineered competition drove the final offer to $78,000, well over the asking price, and secured that $27,600 profit margin. Acquisitions is about securing the opportunity, but dispositions is where you maximize the profit spread by forcing the market to compete. The ultimate takeaway is that real estate investing functions best as a specialized assembly line, not a series of individual hustles. Breaking the business into specialized roles, lead manager, acquisitions, operations, and dispositions, is the only way to move past growth bottlenecks and achieve consistent results. It is time to move past the manual grind. Scale your operations with Hessel Media and start fueling your pipeline with high-quality inbound leads from GetSellers.io. When you build the system and run the pipeline, you turn stressful, chaotic life situations into predictable, highly profitable outcomes.